All clear on pit exit. The leader's just done a 128.35. P8. Sector 1 is 0.6 off the pace.
Are you showering? Do it now because I've got like 20 minutes till I qualify. Well, I can't keep an eye on her.
I'm not asking you to do anything.
Okay.
You're like freaking out.
Testing. Testing.
That's a new fastest lap for Benzo, 127.00. Fastest lap for Benzo, 126.77.
Hey, Jonathan.
There's traffic behind, take care.
Hey, how's it going?
I can't complain. Hoping the first couple laps at this track aren't a shit show.
Oh, it always is. I did a Ferrari league here a couple of weeks ago, and that was just a mess.
So far, all the sprint races I've done here have been good this week for the most part.
How bad do I sound, by the way, because this is very roughly done.
You sound fine. I can hear you good.
Because I don't actually have like a mic per se, so what I'm doing is I'm just using the
V12.
mic on my wrist, which I'm not wearing right now, so it's just like on my desk. Kind of stupid, but hey.
No, it works. It sounds good. I use a push to talk on this too, so if I'm slow to respond, it's probably because I'm in a turn.
Yeah, I'm experimenting with push to talk right now as well, so I might accidentally just say something and then forget to push the button.
Yeah, my rig's in the living room, so I'm sure you don't want to hear my kids screaming and Mickey Mouse on in the background.
So in other words, same as a normal day here.
Pretty much.
That's your best lap in this session. That puts you 6.6 off the pace. That lap time was 1:33.38. Sector 3 is 2.3 seconds off the pace. Sector 1 is 1.7 off the pace. The leader has just done a 126.63.
So I'll probably mess around in my practice session for a little bit longer than probably a little right around
Sector 2 is 1.9 off the
I'll
pace.
make sure.
That's good. Yeah, this track's been pretty friendly to me this week. All I've raced this week is the sprint races here, and I went from a B, I think like a B 2.8 to a B 3.94. So I should actually get my A license after this race in a week, which would be pretty nice.
That'd be good. I'll try not to hit enough walls to disqualify us.
I've actually found a lot of the wall taps here are 0X's.
They are.
I don't know if it's just because they're tires, so they don't like hit as hard as concrete, but my car was pretty trashed the first race I did, and I had 0X.
Well, it's more that I keep trying to cut a corner too tightly, the one at the beginning of Sector 2, and I keep getting a 1X there.
Yeah, there's
It's a shame because that comes to the slowdown as well.
Yeah, I had that on a pass one of my races. I actually got it at turn 3 at the end of the long straight. I got the inside, but kind of clipped the corner. But even with the slowdown, I was able to keep the position. So my times throughout the week on this have been between 129 and 131. So I think if we stay within there, we should be a solid middle of the pack as long as we don't have any incidents.
Yeah, my goal right now is just to run a consistent sub 130.
Looks like you're clear on the pit exit. That's a new fastest lap for Benzo, 126.61. The leader has just done a 126.24. Sector 1 is 1.3 seconds off the pace. Sector 2 is 1.9 seconds off the pace.
Car left, clear left.
Good lap, that's your best in the session. You've just done a 131.06. Sector 3 is 1.6 off the pace. V13. Sector 1 is 1.1 seconds off the pace.
On your left, clear on the left.
Watch your speed. Box in 300 meters. 100 meters. 50 meters.
Note to self, this car does not like curbs.
If
At
you
least the ones here.
you can take I think it's turn 4, the first the right-hander after the straightaway. That little short shoot after the long straight, that one you can really get up on the curb, but the others, especially through that 4 left section, that's really tight, will definitely put it off.
Yeah, that's where I just spun it and may have found a wall.
Yeah, it's a lot more stable. I tried the Ferrari around here, and with all the bumps, especially out of turn 2 onto that straight, you got to sit off the throttle so long in that car. Otherwise, it just, if you hit that bump wrong, it shoots you into the wall every single time, I felt.
Funny, I found the Ferrari to be much more comfortable.
It definitely turns better in some of those tight corners, but it doesn't have the speed, I feel, and on the bumps, it's far less stable, I thought.
Yeah, that's fair.
But I've also been in nothing but the AMG for about a month now, so. Alright, so I'm going into the official 3-minute practice now, and then I'll qualify and see where we end up. Looks like it says 40 teams are registered, and I figure probably 8 or 9 will drop out like they usually do at the start.
Yeah, I'm registering for the team right now. You know how they have quotes when you're about to join the session?
Yeah.
So mine is about not running over curbs, so it's like it's watching me or something.
It's an omen. I was looking at the results. The first race on the early one, it only had to look like 20 teams that signed up, and then I think there was about 50 in the second race yesterday.
I got my map home.
Oh, cool. All right, time to qualify.
Best of luck.
I blew the bathtub.
Yeah.
He takes it, it's clear. All right, Rob, we've got 2 laps to get the job done, mate.
Not right now, baby.
Still waiting to load in.
P17, that last lap was a 130.29.
130.29 on the first lap for P17.
Are you running less fuel or is that full fuel?
Less fuel.
How's the track feeling?
Has grip.
New fastest lap for Keo, 128.14. Fastest lap for Wengen, 126.28.
All right, lap 2 was a 130.1, so we'll see where we end up. Right now we're 33rd. Lots of 126s and 127s.
There was a couple in the practice session I was running that somehow got a 125. I was kind of shocked by that. Hey, good news is most people will probably be a bit aggressive and take each other out, especially with a field this big on a track this, let's say, unforgiving.
Yeah, we'll see. So this is the previous 2 endurance races I did in this series. There was a lot of respectful driving, so there weren't a lot of crashes in the beginning. So we'll see how it is on this track, though. The other ones I did were Summit and Suzuka.
I'm just worried because it's just it looks like it's just the one split for this session, so we're gonna have the good racers, then we're also gonna have the let's say inexperienced.
Yeah, right now I'm counting 46 teams. I think the largest race I did on here was 23 or 24 cars earlier in the week.
Alright, I'll be back in a couple minutes.
All right, sounds good. Here goes nothing.
That's the end of the session. B38.
Careful with all those people behind you who didn't set a qualifying time.
Yeah, as of right now, I'm the last guy on the track. Oh, someone just popped up behind me. I have a feeling 2 cars only. A bunch of guys I don't think are going to make it.
Yeah, there's 6 who didn't set a qualifying time, and there's 1 who set a qualifying time slower than ours.
Yeah, as of right now, 3 cars behind me on the grid. They're slowly coming in.
Do you need me to spot for you, or would you rather go it alone, or?
It's up to you. It doesn't really matter. I've got my black box in the bottom corner, but, you know, I'm cool with spotting if you're not practicing. Yeah, with the start time, the turn 1's actually hard to see because of the sun glare in this track, so it'll be interesting for the first half how it goes.
22 Celsius, B38.
What's the start time for the race?
Follow car number 18 in the right column.
Like 6:25 in the morning or something really early.
I'm sure the people of Detroit are loving that.
Yeah.
Go, go, go.
On your right, on your left, clear on the left.
Oh,
Your left,
Jesus
clear
Christ.
left.
You gotta be kidding me.
Well done, Rob. Good start.
Oh,
That
that's
looks
fun.
painful.
I even went through that super slow, and
How's it looking?
well, right now 2.5 minutes for tow time, and then we'll find out. Yeah, that sucked. Really
We
not.
no longer have a rear wing.
And not much that we could have done on that. Whatever it is, I'm going to do the optional repairs as well, so we have a stable car to get us through the rest of the race and hope a bunch of people drop out or something.
Yeah, I heard the slow car warnings, but I wasn't able to get up there and check quickly enough, so I couldn't tell you what side of the track it was on. Sorry.
No worries, man. What view are you using?
It varies. For the start of the race, I was using blimp, just because that gives me the best view.
Yeah, that's what I
I
would
usually
use.
do some sort of chase for when the race starts to get going, and I can tell where everyone is better.
Well, on the bright side, I've already got 2 touchdowns on my fantasy football team.
The car behind is pitting.
Yeah, some of the cars behind us were able to drive back for a pit, so hopefully their repairs are longer than ours and they don't come out in front.
Have you seen the state of our car?
Actually, no, I should back out here and see.
It's not pretty.
Oh yeah, that's not looking good. That's going to be some major repairs.
If you're doing optionals, you're probably looking at half an hour.
Yeah, I'll see what they are. I just don't want to get out with a car that's not drivable.
The leader has just done a 127.50.
Half an hour for required repairs and 13 minutes for optional repairs. So, yeah, that sucks. At this rate, we could probably just do a double stint or a 2-stint race and be done. Damn, that sucks.
Well, I just got myself a snack, but saying that I haven't actually had a proper meal today, I guess now would be a good time for that.
Yeah, go ahead.
Alright, so see you in like 40 minutes then.
That sucks. Unbelievable.
Costa is now leading. Costa is now leading. Wengen is now in the lead. Wengen is now in the lead. Costa is leading the race. Costa is leading the race. Hahn is leading the race.
Involved, goddammit! Yeah, I'm pushing! Seconds qualifying start, guys. Wait, if Nicky is in 13th, that would make me top 10 if the guy didn't just go on me.
Fuck you. You shut up, Chris. Wow, P1 is far ahead. Nicky, what wheel are you using? I'm using an old wooden ship wheel.
The leader's just done a 127.12.
Are you there, Rob? You mind if I take the next stint just because I have to be at work at 5 my time, 2 your time, and it'd just be easier if you did the second stint and I did the first. For some reason I can't hear you.
Hahn is now in the lead.
The car is looking a bit dinty.
Gosh, it's really quiet for some reason. I'll just bump up the volume to max and I'll just call it a day.
You know what? I just realized my mic was muted. Sorry about that. You're good to go if you want to take the stint at the end of this repair.
End of this fun repair time.
Yeah, go ahead and take the stint, and then I'll finish out the race. So I think we'll probably need to do a stop, but it will
You've got 1 gallon left.
only
The
be
car
a
behind's
couple of
pitted.
laps anyways, so not a big deal.
Alright, so you're aware I am going to change the brake pressure bias. So when
Okay.
you do your stint, you're going to change that back to whatever you're comfortable with. Default is 54.2. So.
Okay, sounds good.
Just observing, Terry? Or
Yeah, I was checking in before I do some practice with some NASCAR stuff.
Yeah.
I won my first B fix last night.
Oh, congrats.
well done.
Yeah, it was a long time coming, but it was a good feeling.
Yeah.
I'm still messing around in the rookie series because I can't seem to keep it clean the entire race.
Well, yeah, some of the secrets that I've learned is you have to qualify well. So if you qualify well and you're up front, you've cut out about half the opportunities to have wrecks. And then from there, it's just, lightning quick reflexes and over avoiding things.
Yeah.
So.
I've done 2 races, I think, in the past 4 weeks. So the first one, I was doing pretty well until the leader decided he wanted the high line when I was already there. That was nice. And then the second time was when I was in a 3-wide battle, which was fun. I was on the low side, and the middle guy got a little loose and forced me onto the pit road. That was fantastic.
Well, I'm finding out most people in NASCAR do not have the skill to get the car back once they broke traction.
I've noticed that as well.
So the skill that I've learned with the road racing, being able to gas and brake at the same time and get some control back to the front wheels and get the rear end in line, is a big deal. So that's worked well.
Yeah, I'm planning on just sticking in the rookie series until it kicks me out when I get a C-class license, which will probably be in like 6 years. That or else once I get comfortable on the ovals finally.
Well, I'll remind you, I went from rookie to the highest level Class A in 23 days. So if you want to do that, it can be done. And it's a lot more fun in the higher classes because you have less of the, just absolutely unbelievable stuff going on. People intentionally wrecking you and things like that.
Yeah, the past few races I've done, I'm usually running towards the front, especially on Charlotte, and people seem to be pretty respectful, at least at the front. If you're in the mid-pack, I wouldn't place any bets anywhere.
I've had bad luck in the few oval races I tried. A bunch of idiots dive bombing and not knowing how to drive.
Yeah, in Class B, you'll get some of that. People that just gotten their B license, but oftentimes what causes problems for everybody are those that don't have wired connections. They're doing stuff on Wi-Fi, and they start blinking, and then they start jumping
is
around
now
the
leading.
track, and nobody really knows where they're at when they reappear.
Those are the most fun people to race.
So it looks like y'all collected a bunch of stopped vehicles.
Yeah, so coming into turn 2, I mean, I was taking it pretty slow. It looked clean. A Ferrari nicked the inside wall and went across the track, got T-boned, and then I came out of 2, not seeing it, and hit them, and then got hit, which launched us up in the air.
And I was not looking there at that point in time, so I completely missed it.
Yeah, I was gonna ask if you were doing spotting.
I was looking ahead because I saw there were a few things about slow cars, but I didn't see that one.
It all happened really fast. I mean, I was coming out of 2 on the wide side, and there's no way I would have been able to avoid that. So
Yeah, this Belle Isle, all these sorts of street circuits, the walls are just so close. There's no room if somebody's messed up.
yeah, especially coming out of that turn there, because there's a really bad bump coming out of 2 onto that straight, and if you hit that wrong,
Is now in the lead.
you're just dead meat in the middle of the track for anyone else coming behind.
This is one of the few times I wish they had fast repairs and higher level
Yeah.
rate.
Yeah, I'm looking at your, we have blast off pictures here. Wow.
Well, hey, if you're in the air, then you don't have to deal with the traffic on the ground.
Yeah, at least you're not getting hit again, right?
Yeah, we've been fits for a little under half an hour, and we got about 18 more minutes to go.
Know the feeling.
Yeah, I've had pretty good luck here at Belle Isle this week too. This week I went from a B 2.7 to a B 3.9, so hopefully I can still get my A after this race.
Costa is leading the race.
Yeah, we'll just have to wait and see.
Well, if I could do a clean stint and keep it with the 4X, I don't think that'll be a problem.
Well, I am going to run away and do some more Richmond practice.
All right, good luck.
Enjoy that.
Y'all have fun. See you later.
I would have asked you if you watched Singapore this morning, but I guess it started at 5 your time, so...
Yeah, no, I set my alarm for 6 and got up early to watch it, knowing I had this, and then the Seahawks game, and then IndyCar all today. Told my wife I pretty much won't be existent.
When does IndyCar start?
I think it's 12:30 or 1:30 my time, so it's right during the Seahawks game, so I have it on the DVR to watch after.
I guess I work, like I said, at 5/2 your time, so I guess I can probably watch that one there.
Yeah, it should be a good race. Herta lives where I live. He went to the high school that's 2 miles from my house. Got the pole yesterday.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I saw Herta got full.
Yeah, I didn't even know he lived out here. And then they're like from Valencia, California. I'm like, oh shit.
Wish I had a hometown hero like that.
Now he's got a good future, that's for sure. If he could just keep the car on the track, he'd be the rookie of the year for sure. He kind of reminds me of Verstappen a bit, where he's either all in or he's over driving and killing the tires and not finishing races.
I will have to keep an eye out for him. I haven't really. I've watched a lot more racing this year, but I haven't really picked my drivers to back yet. So
Costa
I'll have to
is now leading.
keep an eye out.
Yeah, well, I'm a Scott. I've always been a Scott Dixon guy, but I got to root for Herta since he's our local boy too. My wife doesn't understand how you can root for either a driver or specific teams. Like, you know, we both drive Acuras, so you know I always pull for the Acuras and IMSA, and I've always been a Ferrari guy. So she's like, "How can you root for two different just because of the car?" And it is what it is, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't exactly root for specific cars. Well, I guess back when I watched NASCAR when I was like 6, 7, so back in the early 2000s, I rooted for the Hendrick Motorsports guys because they drove Chevys, and for some reason I really liked Chevys at the time. So. But yeah, most of them are. I mostly root more for the drivers than for teams. Like, for example, right now in F1, I like Renault because I think Hulkenberg and Ricciardo are both drivers that haven't quite been able to accomplish as much as they could have.
Yeah, I think Ricciardo's going to do less at Renault, though, than he had at Red Bull.
Definitely, but it'd be interesting to see where that car goes because both them and Ferrari have been like whole new teams since the summer break.
Yeah, Ricciardo had a tough race today. I felt bad for him.
Yeah, he would have picked up some points if it wasn't for that puncture. I think it was a puncture for him, right?
Yeah, he ran into, I think, one of the Force Indias, if I remember.
Well, the required repairs are done, so now we're just waiting on the optional. Have you been watching this race at all?
No, not really. I'm trying to catch up on a couple other things.
Yeah. I was watching, so once the Ferrari got past, it just sort of ran away with it. I don't know if it's still...
Costa is now in the lead.
What do you do for work?
I'm just a pizza driver slash manager. I go to school almost full time, and then I work part time right now.
Okay, cool.
Oh, we got smoke now. Hopefully that's a good sign. Oh, no, our engine blew.
Did it? Well, that's not good.
Our engine blew while we were in the pits. That's a 41-minute repair.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
I'm considering just calling this one a lost cause and just bailing.
Yeah, that might be the right thing to do and watch some football or something.
Well, it just wasn't our week.
Nope. I think next week's at Silverstone, so well, as the week goes on, I'll let you know what my weekend's like next weekend, and maybe we can have better luck then.
That's the hope. Yeah. I'll have to give it some practice.
Yeah, I'll blow the dust off the Ferrari and see how I feel with that. I know I did the Ferrari Challenge last season at Silverstone, so I got some comfort with that car and that track, so I'll see how I feel, and we'll figure out what car to run next weekend then.
Yeah, I want to do more with the Mercedes just because everyone here seems to like the Mercedes. I do run that Ferrari League that people were talking about on Thursdays, so that's probably why I feel more comfortable in the Ferrari.
Yeah, I've been sticking with the AMG just because I can also use it for IMSA, and then that's what we're using for Road Atlanta and Daytona, so I figured I'm trying to get better overall, so I just want to stick with one car, one series if possible, and not do too much. So, but I'm still somewhat comfortable in the Ferrari. It just, handles differently, but should be able to get used to it pretty quick.
Yeah, well, I think we should probably plan on the Mercedes, but yeah, whichever one you feel more comfortable in.
Okay.
I'm not good with... I mean, I'm not very good at doing, like, setups or picking cars in general. So
Yeah, I'm not either. I just use the VRS setups and then do some modifications from the Sprint for the endurance races.
Yeah, I'm trying to get better at making my setup in general. I'm also trying to get better at making my cars look like they didn't just come out of a trash can.
Yeah, I hear you on that. I figure once I get more consistent, then I can start to worry about playing with setups. So, all right, well, I'm going to log off, man. Have a good weekend and good races this week.
You too. All right, see you probably next weekend then.
All right, sounds good, man.
Adios.